Baylen shares wholesome life update after her show ended. Find out here. Baylen is a name that has become synonymous with authenticity, positivity, and unwavering resilience. Fans across the globe tuned into her show, which served as a beacon of inspiration, fun, and raw truth. As with many beloved personalities, Baylen's journey has seen both peaks and valleys, and her transition from the show to real life is a tale many can relate to. When the final episode of her show aired, it marked a bittersweet ending for viewers who had followed her every move and every moment. But what happens after the cameras stop rolling? What does it look like when the glitz and glam of a successful TV career make way for more personal and intimate life changes? Baylen, ever the open book, has decided to share her life after the show in a way that continues to inspire her fans and followers. In this update, we take a deeper dive into what Baylen's life looks like post-show. With an unwavering commitment to remaining true to herself, she has embraced new challenges and joys. And her wholesome update serves as a reminder that the best part of life isn't just found in the spotlight, but in the quiet moments of growth and self-discovery. Before diving into Baylen's life update, it's important to reflect on her show and its cultural impact. Baylen's program was more than just another reality or talk show. It was a platform where raw emotions, honest stories, and vulnerable moments were welcomed. It wasn't just about entertaining, it was about connecting. Baylen wasn't afraid to dive deep into difficult subjects, giving voice to underrepresented communities and shedding light on issues that mattered to her audience. The show became a space for people to feel seen and heard, and for Baylen, it was a dream come true. But as all good things must come to an end, so did her show. In her final moments on air, Baylen took a pause, looked into the camera, and shared a personal message with her audience. It was clear from the way she spoke that this wasn't just the end of her professional life in the public eye, but the beginning of something new. There was a sense of peace in her tone, a realization that everything had its time. Following the show's conclusion, Baylen took some time off from the public eye to reflect and recalibrate. The fast-paced world of television and constant public scrutiny can be exhausting. So it wasn't surprising when she announced that she'd be stepping back for a while. What was surprising, however, was the way she chose to use this newfound freedom. Instead of retreating into isolation or relying on her previous fame to take on new projects, she leaned into the process of self-growth. One of the first things Baylen focused on was her mental health. For years, she had put her heart and soul into making her audience smile, laugh, and feel inspired. Yet she had also learned that nurturing others sometimes meant neglecting her own needs. Baylen made it a priority to slow down, take care of herself, and reflect on her journey so far. She began engaging in therapy, taking up mindfulness practices, and participating in wellness retreats. Baylen also made time for something she had long neglected: the quiet joys of life. Whether it was taking long walks through the woods, journaling her thoughts, or reading books she'd meant to get to for years, she gave herself permission to reconnect with the simpler pleasures that bring peace. As much as Baylen needed time to nurture herself, she also felt compelled to give back to her community. Baylen had always been an advocate for social causes, using her platform to raise awareness for everything from mental health to gender equality. Her post-show life continued that trajectory, but now, without the constraints of a network schedule, she could pour even more energy into causes close to her heart. Baylen turned her attention to charitable work. She started by partnering with local organizations that supported homeless shelters, mental health programs, and education initiatives for underprivileged children. Instead of just lending her name or making token appearances, Baylen dove into hands-on work. She spent time volunteering at shelters, organizing community events, and even developing her own initiative to help provide resources for young people who struggled with mental health challenges. Baylen's efforts have been transformative, both for the communities she serves and for herself. The joy she experiences while making a tangible difference has been nothing short of fulfilling. It also gave her a renewed sense of purpose, one that no TV show or audience could provide. Another significant aspect of Baylen's life after the show has been rediscovering her personal passions. For years, the demands of her show left little room for personal pursuits outside of the spotlight. Now, Baylen has embraced her creative side with open arms. One of the first projects she began was writing. She'd always had a love for writing, whether it was poetry, short stories, or reflections on life. But her hectic schedule had never allowed her to dive in fully. With time to explore her thoughts and ideas, Baylen began penning a book that is expected to be a mixture of memoir, self-help, and storytelling. Her book aims to delve into her own struggles with identity, fame, and personal growth. More than just her story, Baylen hopes it will inspire others to embrace their vulnerabilities and push forward through challenges with hope. It's an ambitious project, but for Baylen, it feels like a natural evolution. Alongside writing, Baylen rekindled her love for photography and visual arts. She spent time traveling and capturing moments through the lens, finding beauty in the world that had often passed her by during her busy TV years. Through this, she not only created a stunning portfolio, but also tapped into a more introspective and quiet version of herself that had been waiting to emerge. While she was always a healthy person, Baylen's approach to fitness post-show is a reflection of her new priorities. Gone are the days of grueling workouts to meet a physical standard. Instead, Baylen now embraces exercise as a form of self-care, not obligation. She's discovered activities like yoga, Pilates, and even hiking, which allow her to connect with both her body and mind in a balanced way. Baylen's newfound fitness regime isn't just about staying in shape. It's about maintaining a healthy relationship with her body and respecting its needs. She shares her journey with her followers, emphasizing the importance of finding joy in movement and not measuring self-worth by appearance. Her open approach to body positivity has resonated deeply with fans who admire her confidence and authenticity. In addition to physical health, Baylen also placed a significant emphasis on nutrition. She began working with a nutritionist to improve her eating habits, focusing on foods that nourish her body and fuel her energy for the work she does in the community. Her meals became simpler, cleaner, and filled with intention, allowing her to feel more vibrant and energized. One of the most profound shifts in Baylen's life after the show has been the depth of her relationships. She has always valued the support of her friends and family, but now she is taking more time to nurture those bonds. Rather than maintaining a busy social calendar filled with public appearances, Baylen spends more time with loved ones in intimate settings. Whether it's quiet dinners with close friends or weekend trips with family, she is embracing the importance of connection in a meaningful way. Through this, Baylen has grown closer to her partner, who has been a constant source of support during her transition away from the spotlight. Their relationship has become a grounding force in her life, providing stability and a sense of home. The couple has been open about their journey, and fans have taken inspiration from the way they manage to balance both personal and professional worlds. As for what the future holds for Baylen, one thing is certain: her journey is far from over. The end of her show was just the beginning of a new chapter that promises continued growth, purpose, and inspiration. Fans are eagerly awaiting the release of her book, as well as other exciting projects she has in the works. But above all, Baylen remains committed to living authentically, making a positive impact in her community, and focusing on the things that bring her joy. Whether it's through her charity work, creative endeavors, or personal growth, Baylen is living proof that life after the spotlight can be just as fulfilling, if not more, than the fame itself. In the end, Baylen's message is clear: it's okay to evolve, it's okay to step back, and it's okay to embrace every phase of life as it comes. Fans continue to support her journey with love, admiration, and respect, knowing that no matter where life takes Baylen next, she will always be true to herself. Who is Baylen's sister Sammy Dupree? All about her life and unique neck scar. Baylen Dupree is a name that has made waves in the social media world, especially through his entertaining and relatable content. While his popularity continues to grow, a key figure in his life often remains in the background: his sister, Sammy Dupree. While Baylen has garnered attention for his personality and online presence, Sammy's story and unique presence in the family have intrigued many, particularly due to a distinctive neck scar that she openly shares with her followers. Though Baylen Dupree may not have the same level of public recognition as her brother, her life and experiences have undoubtedly shaped her in ways that many admire. Her relationship with Baylen and her own journey reveal a lot about her resilience and individuality. In this article, we explore Sammy's background, her connection to Baylen, and the story behind the scar that makes her stand out. Born into the Dupree family, Sammy and her brother Baylen were raised in a supportive and loving environment, which has allowed both of them to flourish in their own ways. Baylen, known for his humor and engaging personality on platforms like TikTok, often shares glimpses of his personal life, including moments with Sammy. While Baylen's audience is more familiar with him, Sammy's story is one that is equally as compelling, albeit less known in the public sphere. Growing up with a sibling in the spotlight can have its challenges, but Sammy has managed to carve out her own identity away from the pressures of social media. Despite not being as active in the online world, Sammy's occasional appearances with Baylen offer a unique glimpse into their sibling dynamic. Their bond, which is both playful and deeply rooted in understanding, highlights a close-knit family that supports each other through thick and thin. One of the most striking aspects of Sammy's life story is the scar on her neck. Visible in various photographs and videos, the scar has prompted many to ask about its origin. While Sammy doesn't shy away from it, she has chosen to share her experience with her followers, offering a deeper look into her past. The scar is a result of a medical procedure that Sammy underwent. According to Sammy, she had a health condition that required surgery, leaving behind the scar that has since become a part of her. While it may appear unusual or significant to those who notice it, Sammy has learned to embrace it as a symbol of her strength and resilience. Her decision to share her story about the scar openly has garnered a lot of support from her followers, many of whom appreciate her authenticity. The scar represents a pivotal moment in Sammy's life, one that serves as a reminder of her ability to overcome obstacles. Rather than hiding it, Sammy chooses to own her story, and in doing so, she has become an inspiration to others who may be dealing with their own physical or emotional scars. Her willingness to be vulnerable has resonated with many, particularly those who have undergone similar experiences or struggled with their own self-image. While Baylen continues to build his presence on social media, Sammy prefers to keep a more low-key existence. She is not an influencer or content creator like her brother, but her occasional appearances on Baylen's social media allow her to maintain a connection with fans. Sammy has been open about the fact that she values her privacy and has no intention of stepping into the public eye in the same way that her brother has. Her life outside of the spotlight is marked by a strong sense of individuality, and she chooses to keep much of it private. This decision to live a more personal life is something that Sammy has often spoken about. She enjoys the freedom that comes with not being constantly under scrutiny, and prefers to focus on her passions and interests without the pressure of maintaining an online persona. However, her family and close friends know her as someone who is kind-hearted, determined, and unwavering in her support for the people she loves. Sammy's life may be less public, but that doesn't mean she's not living it to the fullest. She is passionate about a variety of pursuits, and while she may not share everything with the world, those who are close to her know that she's someone who gives her all to whatever she sets her mind to. Whether it's through her work, hobbies, or personal relationships, Sammy finds fulfillment in the things that truly matter to her. Family is central to Sammy's identity, and her relationship with Baylen is one of mutual respect and love. As Baylen continues to share his life with the world, Sammy remains a pillar of support for him. The duo has often been seen enjoying each other's company, whether they're having fun during a family outing or simply relaxing at home. Their sibling bond is one that reflects their deep connection and the strong foundation laid by their family. In a world where public figures often find themselves isolated from their roots, Sammy remains grounded in her familial ties. Her relationship with Baylen is a testament to the strength of their family unit, and it's clear that both siblings are committed to supporting each other no matter what. While Baylen's career as a social media personality continues to evolve, Sammy's role as his sister and confidant is just as important, though often behind the scenes. One of the most admirable qualities of Sammy Dupree is her ability to embrace vulnerability. Her neck scar, which she could easily hide, has become a symbol of her journey, not just physically but emotionally as well. Many people, particularly women, often struggle with accepting their scars and imperfections. But Sammy's decision to not only accept but also openly discuss her scar has been empowering for her followers. Sammy's openness about her experiences has also helped create a community of individuals who feel more confident in their own skin. In a society where perfection is often glorified, Sammy's authenticity offers a refreshing perspective. She shows that it's okay to have flaws and challenges,